It's been fantastic. Have y'all enjoyed this? Let me tell you how I felt about today before I do the last song. My daddy, his full name is Lawrence Irving Cross. Daddy's in heaven now. But my daddy's nickname was Jet. My daddy could run like the lightning. He was an athlete. One of the greatest things I ever heard my dad say when we were all kids and we were playing baseball and things, we would go to the baseball field and it was always the same thing. People would brag on my daddy. They would brag on my daddy, say, "Jet, you still playing ball?" Jet, my dad would say, yeah, I play. And are you still running, Jet? Daddy'd say, yeah, I still run. He said, well, you're a great athlete. And my daddy said, yeah, I can do all those things, but I'd rather see my boys. Amen. That's what today's felt like to me. I love seeing what God does with these boys. I love it. I'd rather see them. I don't know how many songs I've got left in my life. But fellas, I'm going to be cheering y'all on every time you ride. I'll be that guy. And way to go, Joseph. Way to go. Scotty. Way to go, Tim. You and Tim, we can both be cheerleaders, as we run this final lap. Well, 40 years ago, God gave me an idea for a song that I'm going to share. So 40 years ago, I was watching this commercial that kept coming on TV. And it was fascinating. It was a commercial for a boxing match. And what was so unusual is both of these fighters, I know their names. Sugar Ray Leonard. Anybody remember Sugar Ray Leonard? Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Anybody remember him? And in this commercial, they kept saying, there's a fight that must be fought. The world needs to know who, and neither one of them had been beaten. They were both undefeated. And they kept saying, the world needs to know who will be the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. I've got a feeling you even know what I'm going to do. And so I said, boy, I'd love to write a song. You know how they announce boxers. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention in this corner? They always do that. I thought, boy, I'd love to introduce my champion like that. I mean, the one that changed my life. If he hadn't changed my life, I would still be hiding from people. But he changed my life. He had a plan for my life. And so I started writing Champion of Love. And I thought it was this little trite, cute idea. And the first version, nobody knows this except a few people. The first version was an up-tempo song. He is higher than Muhammad, sweeter than Sugar Ray. I'm not kidding. That's the first version. Yeah. Oh, Buddha.
Yeah, Buddha. I sure am glad you changed it, Phil.
And I'm going to tell them why I changed it. So, I just had the idea, and a friend of mine had just joined the Gaither vocal band, Michael English. And Michael was at my house, and he wanted to hear song ideas that I had, new song ideas. So I showed him that silly little chorus. And Michael English said, no, Phil, I love that idea, but that's a big song. That's not trivial. And I said, are you sure? I said, Champion of Love, is that not trite? And he said, no, that's a serious thing. So, thanks to Michael English, on that day, we took a different path. And we started writing a big ballad. And God just poured that lyric, that first verse and that chorus, he just poured that lyric into us. But that second verse took about 6 months. Just couldn't get the second verse. It took about 6 months, and honestly, I lost a lot of sleep trying to figure out the second verse. And so finally the second verse happened when I realized one of the greatest things you can do in music, what these guys do so well, everybody on the platform, is they answer the question of Bubba, who comes to church, folds his arms, sticks out his lower lip, and he says, bless me if you can. And you've got to answer Bubba in the song, because Bubba is saying, so what? And you've got to answer, so what? So when I realized that I needed to answer the question, what does this mean to me that he's my champion? And that second verse finally happened. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? I want to introduce you. I like saying it this way. In your corner, the good and the right, stands your champion robed in white. His height exceeds the heavens, his weight outweighs the world. His reach reaches everyone, his age evermore. He is higher than the highest, greater than the great. No one would ever take his crown away. He's more mighty than the mightiest. He reigns from above. He's the all-time undisputed, undefeated champion of love. So what's the answer to so what? Joe, sing that second verse, would you? He left his hometown.
He left his hometown to enter this arena, to raise his hands in victory for all of you. But an angry crowd crucified this king who wore their crown, and they gladly watched the champion. He was going down.
It's right here.
But I will never count him out. For I'm a witness of the day he rose to retain the title, champion of love. He is higher than the highest, greater than the great. No one would ever take his crown away. He's more mighty than the mightiest, and he reigns from above. He's the all-time undisputed, undefeated. Sing that again. He's the all-time undisputed, undefeated champion. Sing that last line. Of love, he is our champion.